Hi, my name is Nancy Haas, and I'm CEO of the Haas Group in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I look like a doctor, but I'm not. This is the science of real estate. Today on the science of real estate, first of all, I'm Nancy Haas. Welcome, everybody. I'm a real estate agent in Philadelphia, and I love to cover unusual topics and highlight a lot of my vendors in the Philadelphia area, understanding not everyone that's going to watch this is in Philadelphia. There's probably another person just like my guest here that does what she does, but oh boy, does she do what she does. She's so good. So welcome to the Science of Real Estate. And this is Carol Lanni. And Carol, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what your business is?
Hello, I'm Carol Lanni, and I have my business is Carol's Displays. And what we do, we're here for all of your decorating needs. We specialize in Christmas decorations, party planning. I also have a dessert piece that we do. You name it, we do it. And we go to houses. Usually at Christmas time is the best. And all of our workers love that piece of it. And we go and we purchase all of your decorations. We install everything. We come and measure, and then we bring your ideas to life. And it's a passion that I've had always, and I just enjoy doing it.
I love it. And I'm going to, in a little bit, share my screen to show what this is. Yes, we've all seen Christmas decorations on houses or holiday decorations, but this goes like to a whole nother level. So I had to have Carol on. How did this start? Like, why did you start decorating the outside of houses?
So when I left my children's father, I was always very crafty, and many years ago, my mother had gotten a decorator in her home to decorate, and she would go pick all of her decorations out in this floral shop, and they would come and deliver and put them up, and then they would install them, and they were beautiful, beautiful decorations. But one year they came with a tree that was dead, and they put these decorations on it, and the tree just did not look right to me. And this was back in the 80s and 90s. So I tore down the tree, went and bought a real tree. This got rid of the tree that they bought, and I decided to redecorate it. And from that, this passion started. And I would do things then I had my kids and I had my own home, and I started to do things with wreathing, and I would make different kinds of wreaths. And so, we lived a great life, and then I had to leave my children's father. So I needed a second income. I'm over at Children's Hospital, and I've been there in excess of 25 years, but I needed a little bit more. I have 3 kids,
Right.
who's in college, who's in high school, who wants to
Sure.
do activities. And I didn't want to say no. So I
Right.
started doing wreaths. From wreaths, I had one person say, I can't decorate this year. Let me see, can you do something for me? So I did one house turned to 2, and now we're in excess of about 30 homes.
Oh my gosh. And the home I'm about to show, when I share my screen, is now one of them that's going to be a routine on your Christmas decorating stop every single year. I have a feeling, because it was just too good. Oh my God.
It's our baby. That's our baby.
It's your swan song. I just can't imagine. Although this might grow into something because of this, as people
I hope.
see it. So I'm going to share the screen for a second here. Great. So, excuse me, but everybody, please look at this. This is insane. We had a client that lives in New Orleans that found a firehouse in Philadelphia and absolutely had to have it. And we helped this young couple buy it. And then through, now I can't remember her name.
Denise.
Oh, through Denise. Pardon?
Denise, Too Little Time.
Too Little Time, thank you. Wasn't prepared for slipping that in. Denise Too Little Time, who's another vendor we will be interviewing. She found, well, she already, knew Carol and had asked her if she would come and do this. And if you can see these lights, I mean, how did you get all the way up to the top here and everything?
We had boom lifts to get us up there. And I look at this picture and I look at that top wreath, and I told you after I decorated, it just brings tears to my eyes because it has such great meaning. And when our guys were putting that up, and I am on every location because I am fanatical and meticulous with my work. When they actually put that wreath around that fire plaque,
Right.
I got the chills, and I was crying in the middle of the street watching it go up. And then when I spoke to you, and it just has so much meaning.
Yeah.
And we worked on this for 4 days prior to even getting anything up, prior to our boom lifts being delivered.
Wow. Because you
So
were
those
measuring and trying
garlands,
to, sorry, go ahead.
we hand strung all of that lighting
Oh my gosh.
in the garage for 4 days prior to. So we had prep work. And we had to make sure that they were even. And then once we had them even, that is double lighting. So that is our C9 bulbs and our minis. Once we had them even and in lines, we proceeded to take them outside. And then we did the same with the wreaths, and we did the same with the swags on the window. And every one was cut and figured to be measured to each window.
Oof.
So we had a guy on the roof holding up while the guy was on the boom lift, putting and securing those garlands up there. So that's
Wow.
6 garlands up on the top roof.
Wow.
And they're about 30 inches. They're about 18 to 30 inches to fit that lip of that roof.
It's crazy. This firehouse number 10 is in Passyunk. And I have to tell you, Carol, that we heard from Nicholas, and no, it wasn't Nicholas. It was, who was it that was telling us? Was it you? Somebody was telling us that all the neighbors were coming from all over and saying, did you see the firehouse? Did you see the firehouse? Because the firehouse is pretty famous in the area. And at one time it was, abandoned, and it had graffiti on it and all of that. And so eventually somebody bought it, fixed it up. And then this couple moved into it just recently. And so everyone from all around was coming as the showstopper with their children to come see this house that you had.
They were looking. Firehouse. Yes. And they came. So I was across the street with a hoodie on. It was cold out. And I hear somebody screaming, "That's my old house. That's my old house. We're the old owners."
What?
I want you to come to Delaware. Please, next year, come to Delaware.
Oh,
it never looked so well. So they circled back around again. We spoke to them, and they couldn't be more happy for the new homeowners.
Right.
Then we had the neighbors come out. So now that street is going to get all lighting up and down the street next year on the tops of the wiring to even brighten it more. So one neighbor directly across the street is going to go take a collection up to put this white lighting, string them across so that the street is bright and that these homes can be seen.
Oh, so do you mean like can you see my cursor going across?
Yes, on those wires.
Lights. That's going to be beautiful. So look what you started.
Yes.
And it's crazy that you started this little thing. This little thing, and now all of a sudden it's, not so little. I've got to stop the screen share. You were screen sharing, and then I want to stop it. Sarah, you're going to have to come back. I'm so sorry, but it's okay because we love Sarah.
We're just going to hit stop share.
Oh,
and there you go.
Oh my gosh. That could have been easier. All right. Now I know for the next call. I know that, I'm sorry you weren't at our party. We have a Dead of Winter party, which was Sarah's idea that we're doing every year.
Yes.
And we missed you so much. But we already believe that we have a client that will use you for next year as well at a house in Gladwin, Pennsylvania, which is a really cool house with a swan pond and everything. So we'll see if that happens. But for any of our people that are not local that are watching this, I wanted you to know that very often off-season garden companies, tree companies that also do the snow plowing, now that we have no snow in Pennsylvania, are very desirous of making money off-season. And so a lot of companies do this. But the thing I love about you, and I have to say that I know some clients, in fact, the one client that wants to use you said they're really struggling with this garden company that's doing like, they kind of do it, but it's not like what you do.
Right.
And it's because it's a garden company. This isn't their business. This is a way to make money to keep them afloat for the other half of the year. So I have to say that if anyone's watching this local to Pennsylvania, you have got to call Carol. Carol, can you tell us your number while we're live? Is that okay?
Sure. It's 267-243-9021. And what happens with these companies, they present decorations and so on and so forth as a company, as a business, and it's just put the things on. When we see a home, we look at the home. How would you want that decorated if that was your home?
Right.
So every home that I decorate is my home for that day, and it's my name. So if a client has something that they are interested in, and they give me an idea, I will come as close to that idea as possible and try and bring it to life for that client. You can't treat a client's home like just another piece of construction. You have to, if you have a passion for this, you really have to keep it as your own baby. And like I said, the firehouse is my big baby. I have other littler babies and medium sized, but that's a big baby. And I was scared. We put in proposals. I was afraid of it.
Yeah, sure.
But, I knew what the client wanted, and I knew I had to bring it to life. Like, I'm working handcrafting 8-foot wreaths.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. And thank gosh, that firehouse has a gigantic garage at the back.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Yeah, what a great experience, and what an incredible result. It's like insane. And we have another group that we work with that does the what do you call it? Sarah, help me again. The things that float up and photograph.
Drone.
Why I can never remember that word. We had a drone operator come and they filmed it, and we underlaid some Christmas music, and it was like, so then we surprised the client, and on Christmas Eve we called them and said, we have a gift for you for a housewarming that you can use every year to send out to people and use on your social media, et cetera. And it was like, with this drone going up, and then all the way to the skyline, and it was just starting to set. The sun was starting to set. It was beautiful. And now you have it, because we sent
I do have it.
It was, now you have it.
Yeah.
And that's a great show-off piece. It's a great show-off piece. Understanding you don't have a firehouse, this is what it would look like, right?
Right.
So it all worked out so well, and we're so grateful to you, and we're so happy to have met you, and you'll be a little star on YouTube on our station.
Oh, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it.
You have to come to the party next year, Carol.
I certainly will.
That's it.